Hello, my friends, and welcome to episode 23 of Putty's podcast. I am your host at Michael J. Putty. Thanks for coming back. Took off last week. I had no energy Friday night. A friend of mine came over on Saturday, so I decided just to take a week off, but here I am back, energized as ever. Although I am still pretty tired and drained. Rough work week. My job's in a kind of a financial crisis at the moment. So they went through a round of layoffs. My department lost two guys, one of whom was the guy who handled the payroll for our department. And so since basically I'm the only one who knows how to use a computer in that place, those responsibilities have now been given to me. So pretty much they tell me now that I'm kind of important and I'm protected if there's another round of layoffs. Really? Because you just laid off your payroll guy. So how am I protected now that I do payroll? And like the last thing they showed me, it was a quick little brief fly-by-night tutorial, and I was expected to learn everything. They tell me if I have any questions, they're here, or we can ask the person who's overall in charge. They can help us out. They're a very nice, sweet person. No, they're not. They're kind of fucking short and rude. No patience at all. So that's not comforting. 1 week in, so far so good. Of course, there are a couple of guys whose time cards are all over the place, so that's going to be a nightmare and a headache to fucking deal with. And no, I know what you're thinking. This new responsibility, this very, very important responsibility that has been bequeathed to me does not come with higher wages, as I just mentioned, due to the financial crisis. So, of course not. My fucking luck, I get important duties and still underpaid. But it is something I can add to my resume now. So, make sure I get that done soon. But on the bright side, at least I know I have some sort of routine. My old job, I would go in, have to do something right away, then do something at this time, and this time. Certain things had to get done. This job, I just walk in. So now I have something to do every day, some sort of structure. I think I mentioned last time my therapist told me that I'm depressed, and he wants me to start taking his medication. Well, and to do so, I have to find a new doctor. I told you the story last time of why I need to find a new doctor with what happened with my old one. So I told my coworker about it because I kind of felt like a piece of shit. I'm trying to find doctors, and all the doctors I'm seeing around me have heavily Asian names. And I'm like, I don't want to worry about some sort of language barrier. But I felt like so dirty and gross saying that. But I kind of felt some sort of vindication or justified. Several years ago, I'm looking for a new doctor by my old job. There was one a block away to the left, another one a block away to the right. It was perfect. I can go in the mornings, during lunch. It was great. But when I called up, they didn't understand what I was saying. And they hung up on me. A doctor's office hung up on me twice. Two different ones, I should say. So I guess I just didn't want that to happen again. I still feel dirty even saying it again. So I told him this. He goes, well, go see my guy. He's close by. Old school, old man. Like, okay. I tell my therapist I found a new doctor. He brings up a good point. Most doctors make you wait a long time to be seen, especially for new patients. So I call the office up, and surprisingly, they have one 4 days later. Boom. Great. I go to the appointment during the day. Yeah, it sucks. His hours are like from 11 to 2, 10 to 3. Shitty hours for someone who works every day. So I go during my lunch. Yeah, it was very old school, similar to what doctor's appointments I've seen as a kid. It's in a house. I go in. No nurses are there. There's a dog walking around. Finally, I'm seen. I go to the examination room. No nurse comes to take my vitals. No nurse comes to take my information. The doctor walks in with a pad of paper, no laptop, no computer anywhere in sight. He doesn't ask me about my medical history, just asks me what medications I'm taking, and he knows my medical history based on my medications. Fucking old school. But without me telling him specifics, he agreed that this medication would help me, especially when it comes to sleeping. Because I mentioned I'm not a good sleeper. Having a lot of troubles lately. Even more so, I should say. But for last week, I'm also getting this bad tightness in my knee, in my ankle, and my foot on my right side. Like if I squeeze my knee, it feels stiff and tight. The other one feels a little bit more loose. So I mentioned it to him. I roll up my pants, he's squeezing my knee, he's squeezing my foot. Well, I can rule out arthritis. Now I know I just had a birthday, but I was not thinking about arthritis at this age. He said he usually prescribes some sort of anti-inflammatory, which I cannot take with my conditions and medications I'm taking. So he told me to buy some over-the-counter cream. So I went and I got it. It's just thick, white, slimy. And I put it on. It's ice cold. It has that medication cream smell. But it works. Holy shit, it works. Temporarily. Doesn't last long, but we'll see what happens. Just fucking getting old sucks. And one of the reasons this therapist believes now, again, I'm depressed. As I mentioned it last time, I just don't have no motivation to do anything. One of the things he's always asking me is, what's on the calendar? What do you have to look forward to? And lately it's been nothing. Just want to get through my birthday. But for a while after the breakup, I was motivated to do something. I didn't want to stay home. I didn't want to go back to the old me. I wanted to go out and do things. I went to the city several times. So talking to him recently, he goes, okay, well, what do you want to do? Is there anything out there that you want to be interested in doing or going to do? I'm like, well, now that you mention it, Megan Thee Stallion's going to be on Broadway? Now I love me some Megan Thee Stallion. My celebrity crush has been for the last couple years. I'm never going to see her. Well, here's my chance. She's making her Broadway debut on Moulin Rouge, playing some character called Zidler, the MC of the nightclub. Her run is from March 24th, which is coming up, to May 17th. So I got like 2 months. The first female ever to play this role of any production worldwide since its debut. That's a huge deal. She's very excited about this opportunity to challenge herself creatively and show fans a different side of her as a performer. Now, I know nothing about Moulin Rouge except that music video from TRL days with Pink, Christina Aguilera, and them. Was it Maya in that too? Who was the fourth one? I don't know. But it's good to know my therapist has my back. I told him, Megan Thee Stallion's my celebrity crush. And he tells me, well, what a lot of people do is they wait afterwards to get pictures and autographs. Maybe you wait around till she comes out. Maybe start talking to her, make a comment. She'll find you funny, or maybe you guys can hit it off. I'm like, thank you so much for that boost of confidence to think that Megan Thee Stallion would see me and fall head over heels. I don't know if I appreciated the attempt at a self-esteem boost, or is this guy fucking delusional? But I don't know if any of you tried to get Broadway tickets, especially recently. They're not cheap. And that's why you see a lot lately big name celebrities doing short runs on Broadway to boost ticket sales. Not only sales, but they'll increase the price too. So it's 2 months. It's a very limited run. I'm trying to be optimistic here, but realistically, I doubt it'll happen. But I know a website I can use to get discounted tickets like I did back in August for the Book of Mormon. I'll check that one out. I got an app on my phone that tells me alerts of discounted tickets for Broadway shows. So we'll see what happens. Fingers crossed. I have 2 months, starting in 10 days. Wish me luck. Also, I'm doing the show on Saturday, the 14th, which means tomorrow's the Oscars. That came up pretty quickly. Very happy to see Conan O'Brien back. My man Conan O'Brien, Conebone. Now, I think I have not seen any of these movies. Usually I might have seen one, maybe two, but I have not seen any of these movies this year. I know basically it's between One Battle After Another and Sinners. Those are basically winning back-to-back, winning all the awards in this award season. Now, hopefully this will post before the Oscars actually air. But here are what people are predicting the winners to be. Best Picture, One Battle After Another. Best Director, Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. Michael B. Jordan is predicted to win, although it's very close between him and Leo. Jessica Buckley from Hamnet is supposed to win. Best Supporting Actor, Sean Penn for One Battle After Another. And Amy Madigan from Weapons for Best Supporting Actress. We'll see what happens. Again, I haven't seen any of these. I don't care. I'm only watching because Conan's hosting. I usually like watching awards, always have, but for this one, I'm just don't care. There's not one movie I'm interested in this year. But I was curious why the Academy of Motion Pictures awards are called Oscars. Is it an anagram for something? Is it named after somebody? So I looked it up. The origin of the name Oscar isn't completely certain, but there are several theories as to how it came about. The Margaret Herrick theory, she was an Academy librarian, later an executive director, reportedly said the statuette looked like her uncle Oscar. Journalist theory, Hollywood columnist Sidney Solsky used the nickname Oscar in a newspaper column in 1930, helping popularize it. And the theorist actor, I'm leaving that in. And the actress theory, Actress Betty Davis later claimed the statue reminded her of her husband, whose nickname was Oscar. By 1939, the Academy officially embraced the nickname Oscar, and it's been used ever since. So basically, it started as Hollywood slang, but it became so popular they adopted it. I also read somewhere that if Emma Stone wins, she'll be the youngest actress to win 3 Oscars, and if Timothée Chalamet wins, he'll be the youngest actor to win 2. I don't know how people come up with these stats, but I've not heard either name being thrown around as winners, so maybe make a bet on Kalshi, double my money. Does anybody use Kalshi? I'm seeing a ton of commercials for it. First ever heard about it on South Park. But apparently you can make bets on anything, but then pull out your bets like stocks, not FanDuel. I keep meaning to investigate it, but I just never pulled the trigger. So if anybody has checked it out, please let me know. Quick cooking update. If you're a first-time listener, never been into cooking, don't know how to cook, no one taught me to cook. But since I'm single again, I figured let me add it to my resume. A lot of girls like a man who can cook, so I'm trying to dip my toe into the cooking genre. I've made meatloaf twice. Tried it again last week, but instead of ketchup, I used barbecue sauce. Chef's kiss. It was delicious. And also growing up, I was a big fan of butter spaghetti, buttered noodles, whatever you want to call it. And I saw a recipe that I've been doing it wrong. They said instead of boiling it in water, boil the noodles in half water, half chicken broth. Okay, so far I'm in it. Sprinkle some Parmesan cheese onto the noodles, and then add the secret ingredient of soy sauce. So your boy definitely tried this as soon as I possibly could. Forgot to sprinkle the Parmesan cheese though. But other than that, it was alright. It didn't taste bad at all. I'll definitely try it again, but it wasn't mind-blowing as the content creator led me to believe it would be. And I also tried pretty recently homemade boneless chicken wings, but I guess the way they wanted me to shape them, there's nuggets. I hate when people call boneless chicken wings nuggets, but in this case, they were basically nuggets. They did not come out looking pretty. They smelled delicious. In the air fryer, I should mention. It was in the air fryer. They smelled delicious. They came out looking okay, but the bottom was as white as my skin. So either I was supposed to use some sort of air fryer little tray thing that came with it so the bottom can cook as well. If I try it again, I'll try it, but in that case, it felt like more work than it was worth. But they did taste fucking delicious, though. So that's the latest update on my cooking journey. Please, if anybody has recipes, easy recipes for beginners that I could try or should try, please let me know. Dial it up, 917-718-8083. Call or text. I see a lot of recipes that I want to try. They don't give me the ingredients, or if they give me the ingredients, they don't tell me at what temperature and for how long to cook it, and that's the most important thing that I look for. So if you give me a recipe, make sure you include the temperature and how long. 917-718-8083. And while you're at it, I need a new TV show. I'm once again coming to you asking for TV show ideas. I just finished the last season of The White Lotus. Highly recommend it. Going into it, I heard season 3 was the best season. I don't believe so. I thought the season was good, but I feel like the previous 2 seasons were better. But yeah, my streak continues. Still going through the 3rd season of Shrinking. It just sucks when you get used to binge watching a show, then you catch up and you have to wait week after week now, old school, to watch a new episode. Someone told me Justified. I'll check that out. But it's an hour-long show. I just watched an hour-long show. I want something more like light and relaxing. But again, slide into those DMs or puttiespodcast@gmail.com. By that sound, my drink is done, which means so is the show. Short show this week. I try to stay away from the mainstream dark, heavy bullshit in the news, like the president's ineptitude, now the war in Iran. Who wants to talk about that? It's all over the news. It's all over social media. I don't want to waste my time and your time talking about it. So I try to find stories that people aren't talking about it, maybe more uplifting, more positive stories, but there wasn't that many this week. The news was just that depressing and dark and heavy. So there's nothing really else to talk about. So like I mentioned, all the heavy, dark news going on, my health, and this pain in my legs and all my health conditions have you feeling old and down. I kind of felt like a teenager again this weekend and last weekend. The new WWE game came out, WWE 2K26. Man, it's a good game. I'm just getting lost. I'm playing it. Hours are going by like I used to do as a kid. The adult part of me feels shitty for wasting hours playing a fucking video game when there's so much other stuff to do around my house or in life. Get out of the house. But no, it's been fun. If you're into video games, if you're into wrestling, check it out, WWE 2K26. I'm very hesitant to try this new medication for the depression because one of the side effects is suicidal thoughts. And I'm just curious, does that mean I'm going to think about suicide, or am I going to think about doing it? Something I'm going to get a clarification on before I take it. So hopefully by next episode, I'll let you know how it's going. Doctor told me it'll take around 3 weeks for it to kick in once I start it. So the sooner the better. But anyway, that's it. And now I'm just rambling on. Let me refill my drink, watch some Saturday Night Live. Thank you for listening. Get involved in the discussion. Putty's Podcast on Instagram, puttyspodcast@gmail.com, or once again, dial it up, 917-718-8083. But until next time, I've been your host at Michael J. Putty. Putty out.